You are born into a family that has been richer than most governments for 200 years. You don't learn this from the news. You don't learn it from school. You learn it at home, casually, before you're old enough to understand what you're actually being told. At only 7 years old, your father sits you down in the library at Waddesdon Manor. 6,000 acres, 200 rooms, a house so large that you often get lost in it. He says to you, "The name doesn't belong to you. You belong to it." You don't understand that yet, but you will. You go to school in Windsor. A boy in your year asks for your name. You say it. He goes quiet. That evening, the boy's father calls your house. Your father tells you a story that night. It starts in a ghetto in Frankfurt, 1760s, a street called the Judengasse. Jews there were forbidden from owning land, from leaving on Sundays, from walking more than two abreast on the same street. He tells you about the 5 sons sent to 5 cities, who within 40 years were financing governments, within 80 financing wars. Then he tells you about Nathan Meyer Rothschild, London, 1815, the Battle of Waterloo, about to decide the fate of Europe. He received the result of the battle before anyone else and spent the entire day convincing the market that Napoleon won. Prices collapsed, fortunes wiped out, families ruined. Then he bought everything at the bottom. He made £40 million in one day. Your father tells you this the way other fathers tell their children bedtime stories. You go to bed with the weight of 250 years sitting on your chest. It's not a comfortable feeling, but you get used to it. You never stop feeling it entirely. By the time you turn 13, you go to school at Eton. You learn Latin, economics, and how to say very little when you mean to say everything. But there's something else Eton teaches that isn't on any curriculum. You learn that the world has a front and a back. Most people live entirely on the front. They follow debates, vote in the elections, and believe that what they read in the papers is the full story. You are being educated for the back. The front is where the decisions are announced. The back is where they're made. And your family has been living in the back rooms for over 200 years. There's one boy in your house at Eton who treats you normally. His name is Will. He's from Shropshire. His father runs a farm. He doesn't care too much about your name. You eat breakfast together. You revise together. He makes fun of your handwriting. It's the most ordinary friendship you've ever had. At 15, his parents come for a visiting weekend. You meet them on the lawn outside the school chapel. His father shakes your hand and instantly becomes very formal, very correct. Will watches it happen, and something changes in how he looks at you after that. Like he's seeing you properly for the first time and is not entirely sure what he's seeing. You stay friends, but it's never quite the same. 3 years later, you get your results. 4 A's. You're going to Oxford, Merton College. You let yourself think that university might be different. It isn't. First term, there's a pub quiz in Jericho on Thursday nights. You sign up under a different name. Not a plan, just an instinct. You write James Mercer on the team sheet, and something in your chest loosens in a way that it hasn't in years. For the next 6 weeks, you are James Mercer. Your team comes second. You celebrate in a car park eating chips.